They act like we're all low and dirty, that we slither through the streets like eels and creeps, but Ketterdam has the high and flirty. Those who are rich create crimes with a pitch and a smile, perhaps a growl, and do things which are foul. They host dinners for luck lottery winners, the sinners, but no mourners, no funerals, no coroners for the numeral deaths and thefts. For the Wraith already passed the sleeping Neverland children, and Dirty Hand cracked his cane on the half-blooded reptilians. Pearl-handled guns put the floating derries to bed, and to the first years of Hogwarts, wait here was said. You see, the lowest folk of Ketterdam all scored alchemy, and guess who gets to test our alchemy? 'Cause we create explosives and mix nightshade, so that you get to choose how you'll fade. Even little Van Eck may not want to read, but with fear and might you'll plead that you didn't challenge the city of thieves, because we're heartrenders on Parem and you'll concede defeat. Therefore come, little Hogwarts, hand over your Grisha. And didn't you know misery was raised in the barrel? Neverland fairies are used as dusting condiments on waffles, and we needn't talk to half-gods when Grecian nymphs reside on Aiaia. We welcome you to Ketterdam, the city of greed, and we sell everything that one may need, from waffles to guns to slaves, to art to casino and glaives. So we accept your challenge to the Booktube Games. Come, just tell the dregs your names. Hello guys, I hope you enjoyed that little poem, spoken word, dish track. Like, I don't even know what the hell that was. What I do know is that about 5 people from my team was like, oh Danté, you can write poetry and you're filming a Booktube video. Why not come by? And I was like, okay. So I literally threw that together in about 5 minutes, which is why it's so like shite. But anyway, welcome. This is the Procrastinator FIles. My name is Danté, your host, and I am right here. Yeah, so this is going to be my first video that I'm going to upload. I've said that about 12 times before. Bearing in mind I've got about 12 different YouTube videos sitting on my computer that I have not edited or uploaded because I'm a procrastinator. Welcome to my channel. If you're here because... Actually, I don't even know why you're here. But anyway, let me just tell you what you're here for. This is my TBR for the Booktube Games and Black-A-Thon. I'm so happy to be participating. I mean, I'm such a slow reader, like slow, like 1 book a month, and I'm proud of myself, kind of slow, like the only kind of books I've ever read quickly were graphic novels. Honestly, I'm slow. Anyway, but the point is that I set my Goodreads challenge to be 50 books, and my vocabulary is turned into absolute shite, and I'm a writer. So writers cannot have bad vocabulary because I refuse to be one of those writers who do nothing but go on thesaurus.com and then their books look disgraceful. I want to have organic vocabulary, and reading is the best way to do that. Plus, when you're a writer, it's a good habit to read. So, because I absolutely have lost my mind, I have decided I'm reading 20 books of the month of February. Bearing in mind, I don't even think I've read more than 10 actual novels in a year, let alone 20 books in a month. And none of those are graphic novels. None of them are short stories, other than one actually. So pray for me. Okay. I'm really bad at this. I've never done this before. I don't know what the good practice is. Quite frankly, I don't care what other booktubers are doing. This is me. I am weird. A Star Puppy reference. I am me, therefore weird. Lovely. I love her. Check her out, by the way. So yeah, I'm literally gonna link my TBR in for Goodreads in the description because I'm gonna have shit descriptions. I'm going to forget things, and I probably don't even know the author's name. I probably don't even know what books I'm reading, but I have come slightly prepared with all of my notes in a Word word, I'm not bougie enough for word, in a Google Docs document, so that will save my life a bit. And I have some of the books I'm reading back here, and some of them are on Scribd. I'll link Scribd down below and explain what that is. Not sponsored, I would wish. And some of them are reading on audiobook because Scribd doesn't have everything. So yeah, good mix. Basically, let me explain what the Booktube Games is and the Black-A-Thon is. Both of them are readathons. It's a challenge. You do it for typically a month or a week or a year. I don't know. I don't really know. I've never been part of one, but I decided to do two because I'm crazy. Two. Yeah. So the Black-A-Thon, I'm just going to tell you who I heard from it about and not all the people hosting it, because one, I don't know them. Two, I'm lazy. And three, I forgot to research them. So four, I'm still lazy. And I watched Francina Simone's book video on diversity, where she was basically ranting about it, and I was like, yes, sister, slay. I agreed with everything she had to say. So she told me she was doing the readathon, and I was like, yeah, girl, I'm here for it. I don't use Twitter. This is a good opportunity for me to plug in my Twitter. So I was like, yeah. So basically, the point of the readathon is to bring more awareness to Black and POC characters and authors, because for some reason, whenever people do their TBRs or description, they will tell you that the whole structure of a book, the author, the world building, the characters, the goal, the aim, how good it was. But when you get to like a Black novel, it's like, oh yeah, this was great because it had diversity. Oh, I'm reading this because it was by a Black author. Oh, this was like amazing because like the love interest was Black. And I'm just like, well, that's all good and well, but what's the book about? Like, I don't care if it's about a Black person. I don't care if it was written by a Black person. I don't care if it's for a Black person. Like, what does the colour of someone's skin have to do with their talent? Or if they're a great character? Or if there's any world building? Like, I don't see the correlation. So, yeah, she raised a really good point on that, and I definitely agree. So the point of the Black-A-Thon is to, like, bring actual awareness to these things and actually seek good diversity and different types of diversity, because I'm not going to read a book just because the author's Black. That is not a good message to be sending through. So anyway, let me tell you about the challenges for the Black-A-Thon. Black-A-Thon. My little laptop, my laptop is less than little, but you know. So the host that I know of is Francina Simone. I'm going to link her video below. I'll actually link the Twitter for the Black-A-Thon below as well. So if you're joining it, I guess you can still join if you want. I don't really know. The challenges, or challenge number 1, is called Feel the Love. So you have to read a book from any genre with a romance between a Black character and a person of colour that can also include Black. So for that, I'm reading Children of Blood and Bone by Tommy Adeyemi. I'm so excited because I've been looking to read that for literal ages, and because I pick up a book and then read 3 pages and then forget it exists for like half a year, I just didn't get round to it. Like, I actually got so far into this, I even was listening to it via audiobook as well, and I still haven't finished it. And I bought it in the summer last year. Anyway, so the next challenge is Wakanda Forever, which is where you have to read a graphic novel with a Black main character. I was thinking of reading Black Panther, but I'm actually so over Black Panther right now. Like, then I was going to read Afar, because that's like the book everyone in Black-A-Thon's reading, but I cannot find it and I refuse to buy it right now because like homegirl ain't rich right now. So yeah, I'm gonna have to just find one halfway through the month and just read it, but it doesn't take me long to read them. But I'm just looking because all my libraries are like white and Japanese central, so there's no graphic novels for Black people there. Challenge number 3 is called Hear Us, so hear us scream. So that's read a piece of work by a Black author. For that, I'm going to read The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. Can't wait. I might say if you tell you what these books are about. Oh yeah, Children of Blood and Bone is basically like it's a story of oppression and uprising as magic users called the Magi have been oppressed and murdered and literally become extinct at this point, and their children who don't have the power, but they have like the power running through their veins. They don't have like the physical manifestation of the power, but they have like the potential in their veins. are like oppressed in the society, and they're taxed and abused and basically used as slaves in certain instances. So the story is of a girl called Zelly, and she's just kick ass. Like, she has a whole panther to like ride on, like a prehistoric panther. It's gigantic, and she goes on a journey to basically bring magic back to the kingdom and overthrow the king. I think that is basically what it's about, in like the most primal, retarded explanation ever. Yeah, so The Hate You Give, basically the story about police brutality. So a girl goes to a party, she meets her friend there, he's a black man, there's a shooting at the party, they flee, the police is called, the police pull over her friend and her black friend, her and her black friend, he gets shot, and then the story goes on about how the girl, I actually can't remember her name, I think her name is Star, something like that. Yeah, she has to like be at war with her two worlds, because she goes to a private school with like really high flying students, and then she goes to, like, she lives in a ghetto kind of neighborhood where she's that girl and her dad's the big guy. Like, oh my god, I'm actually so disgusted with it myself. Like I should know the terms I'm looking for here, and I'm just talking like I'm the worst kind of degenerate ever. But anyway, the next story is called, the next challenge is Feel the Beat. So for that, I am supposed to listen to 4 poems that have been outlined by the hosts, and then I'm going to do a video on which poem means the most to me and why it means the most to me, and yeah, that's the challenge. And then the fifth challenge, the fifth challenge is more than a colour. So that means I have to read a book that has black diversity. What's that, you ask? It's when diversity doesn't just mean your skin colour. So for the people who need the explanation, you have to be black and LGBT. You have to be black and neurodivergent. You have to be black and physically abled in a different way. So yeah, for that I'm reading the Six of Crows duology, so that's Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom with by Lee Bardugo, because they feature a character called Jesper, who is my husband, and not only is he black, he's bisexual, and it is alluded to him having ADHD, but neurodivergent terminology doesn't exist in this world, so it doesn't call it that. And Six of Crows is basically a heist novel where this group within a gang, like a team within a gang, are chosen to basically break out the most wanted person in the most secure prison on earth, because he created a drug that amplifies the powers of the Grisha, who are kind of like witches or magic users of wizards in this world. Basically, this drug that he created amplifies their powers to extraordinary ways, but it also manages to kill the Grisha after they've taken the drug, because it damages their body with how powerful it makes them. So they have to break out this criminal from this prison for a high amount of money, which will change all of their lives. And it's the best. I know that was like the worst description of all time, but it's the best novel of all time, so you might as well just read it because I said so. Then the next thing we have is you have to read the group book. So the group book is The Poet X by Elizabeth Acevedo. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce her surname. And that is basically a book of poetry, which I'm excited to read. Actually, why am I lying to you? I'm not that excited to read it because I've never read a poetry book, so I'll just see how it goes. I might absolutely love it. Yeah, so that's the Black-A-Thon. Woohoo. And I'll be participating throughout the whole of February for that one. Now, the Booktube Games. This is the one that's had my mind running for, like, oh my god, the whole poem was about the Booktube Games. Now, there's been a Discord chat and server dedicated to it where literally every group is trash talking one another except from team team Camp Half-Blood, because no one's heard from them in ages, but I'm in Team Ketterdam. The whole point of it is that Booktube has been divided into different teams, and each team has to read a certain amount of pages, not even books, but just pages for the month to win. So even if you do not finish, or even if you read like one chapter, or if you read the whole book, even if you read the book twice, all of those pages get counted and you have to send them to your team host. And the team with the most pages at the end of the month wins. So obviously my team's gonna win. I'm from Team Ketterdam for the win. There's Team Ketterdam from the Six of Crows duology. There is Team Hogwarts from Harry Potter, Team Derry Main from Stephen King novels. There is Team Camp Half-Blood from Percy Jackson, and Team Neverland from Peter Pan. So it's like Neverland, Derry Main, Camp Half-Blood, Hogwarts, and Ketterdam. Yeah, literally that's it. So Team Ketterdam for the win. I'm a Dregs member. If you don't know what the Dregs are, what are you doing here? Go and read Six of Crow. I'm a Grisha. If you don't know what a Grisha are, what are you doing? Go and read any Lee Bardugo book. And I'm designated alchemy via the original Grisha verse website, but chosen for myself is a heart render, preferably on Parem, because you know we out here stopping people dead in their tracks, literally. So the challenges for this, they're dated, so there's a time limit on them, which makes it even worse for me, but great at the same time because it will force me to do them. Maybe not. Is to read the group book. So Team Ketterdam, their hosts chose The Soul Kill Girls by Claire Legrand. So from day 1 to day 8 in February, I have to read that book. And I get double the amount of pages as my reward. So once you complete it, you get times 2 the amount of pages in the book as your reward to give to your host. So I get a total of 929 pages for reading just the one book. So from day 9 to day 15, the second challenge is to read somewhere acceptable for 5 minutes. Knowing me, I'll probably just read whatever I'm reading for the time being that entire time, because I don't have the concept of what's acceptable. So that's worth an extra 50 pages on top of how many pages you read that time, or if you finish the book. So from day 16 to 22, you have a 24-hour readathon on any one of those days, but not all of them. So the reward only goes for one readathon of 24 hours, not if you read every day for 24 hours, which is probably impossible. For that, you get 100 pages for, I will reiterate, just the one 24 hours. And then from day 23 to the 1st of March, there's a scavenger hunt in which one of our 2 hosts for our team will upload a YouTube video, and within it there'll be like an emoji or an icon. So we have to find it and then comment where the emoji is with the timestamp and the location. That's worth an extra 200 pages. And honestly, this challenge is so lit because that just means that our hosts are going to be getting a huge amount of views on one video, and I'm here for the support. So because I lost my entire mind, not just lost the mind, I have lost the entirety of my mind, I have now decided that I'm going to read 21 books in the month of February. Bearing in mind I've never read more than 10 to 12 books in a year, and I can only read about one proper novel in a month. I'm going to do this. Like, it's going to happen. I have crystals up there. Yeah, I have a set of tarot cards up there. Like, it's written in the stars that I'm going to do it, so it's going to happen. So I'm going to read The Soul Kill Girls by Claire Legrand. This is about, well, this girl moves to this place called Soul Kill Rock, I believe, and the girls are going missing there, and then she becomes part of a group of 3 girls. The high-flying girl, I think one of them is supposed to be edgy, and she's there, she's kind of quiet, but she's very smart, and her sister goes missing, and they're going to uncover the mystery of why girls have been going missing there for 300 or 100 years, something like that. So I'm going to read this on Scribd. I'm going to tell you guys what Scribd is a bit later, but yeah, can't wait. And it's going to be an audiobook. I plan to listen to this on the very first day, so today, as of right now, it's turned 12 a.m, so it's the 1st of February right now as I'm filming this. And I plan to read all of this today. It's a 12-hour audiobook, but I'm going to read it in 6 hours. Let's do this. Next, I'm going to read Shadow and Bone, Siege and Storm, and Ruin and Rising. All of those are by Lee Bardugo, and that is her Grishaverse trilogy. So what I know of it is that a girl, I think her name's Alina. She turned 16 and realized that she has powers, so she's sent off to the military, or goes willingly, I'm not entirely sure, and trains to fight in the army for this great war that is coming up, or they're in the midst of. I'm not entirely sure what actually happens. But yeah, I'm super excited to read this trilogy. I'm doing it as a buddy read with a couple of people from Ketterdam because I missed the Grisha Longathon by Paperback Dreams read with Cindy and Jordan Halvey, so I might as well just get with the program and do it now. I have the book just back here. I'm not going to get out because I'm lazy. Next, after that, I'm reading Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom, my babies. Once again, just to get myself back into the juice of things, because hashtag Team Ketterdam, kill me. Yeah, so Six of Crows is a heist novel. I already told you what it's about. That is going to pave the way for us to read Lee Bardugo's newest release, which is King of Scars. I don't know what it's about, but it's about this guy called Nikolai. He's in the Shadow and Bone trilogy, so yeah, I just want to know what the tea is with that before I read King of Scars, because I don't want to ruin the trilogy with just a new book. There's no point. I'm doing all of that and that buddy read. After that, I'm reading The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas for buddy read. I've already told you what that one's about. Then I plan to read The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer, which I believe is about a girl who has a near-death experience and then suddenly she can speak to the dead or she can see ghosts. I'm not entirely sure. But I think it starts to turn her a bit mad. So yeah, I've been looking to read that for a long time because the cover of it is absolutely lit. I plan to physically read that. Just to be clarified, the Shadow and Bone trilogy, I plan to both physically read and read on ebook. For Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom, I may read just have audiobook versions and read them. So physically read and audiobook. And for Unbecoming of Mara Dyer, I plan to physically read. The Hate You Give, I plan to physically read as well. So after that, I am reading Children of Blood and Bone. So I'm going to physically read and have audiobook for that because the physical version is beautiful because you get to see the spellings of these traditionally African spellings. But with the audiobook, you get the pronunciations, and pronunciations are important. After, I plan to read Cinder by Marissa Mayaga because everyone and their dog has read it but me. So it's basically a retelling of Cinderella where she's a cyborg in China, I believe. And yeah, she saves the day in this one, and there's an evil queen and aliens, so I'm so down for this. Then I'm going to read an erotic short story by Zane. It's called Nervous, so I'm reading this for the Black-A-Thon as well, along with the readathon, with the Booktube Games readathon. It's about this girl who has her name is John Quinnett, I believe, but she has a alternate personality called Jude, and Jean Quinnett tends to be a bit finicky around guys, she's nervous around them, but on the weekend her split personality comes in and Jude takes the floor, and Jude is a nymphomaniac, she is sweeping the floor with men having sex left, right and centre. So it's interesting to see because Jean Quinnett then goes to see a therapist so she can try and build an actual relationship with a guy, be normal in her opinion, and she wants to get with her neighbour next door who they have an interest going on, but Jude on the other hand's baby, we ain't doing this, and she's just yeah, let me have sex with half the town so that you don't get what you want. Jean Quinnett, we ain't doing this. And I'm just oh, so this is an erotic novel that features a neurodivergent personality, so she has dissociative identity disorder. And I'm just I'm so here for it. She's black. She's neurodivergent. And it's erotic. I relate. After that, I'm going to read Akafas. So I'm finally going to read A Court of Frost and Starlight by Sarah J. By the way, A Court of Things and Ruins was the worst book for me, but it's the only physical copy of the whole trilogy that I own, so that's why it's up here. If I had the choice, A Court of Thorns and Roses would be here, and A Court of Mist and Fury would be here, and then the other two books would just be on my phone because I actually hate this and this. Like, these two are so whack. But yeah, A Court of Frost and Starlight I read that 6 pages of, and I was like, yeah, bye. But I need to finish it because I just need to finish it, okay? Oh, by the way, if you don't know, this is like the novella that follows the trilogy, so there's no point me explaining what this is about. The trilogy is just about this girl called Feyre. She's broke AF. She decides to go hunting because her family are tramps and don't do nothing for her, even though she's the child. They don't do anything for her, even though she's the youngest. So she goes into the woods in the middle of winter, almost dies. A frostbite, shoots. She kills this giant wolf with her bow and she kills this giant wolf with her bow and arrow. It turns out to be a fairy lord or whatever. King, no, not king, like a fairy noble. And a high fae, that's what they're called. And then after that, his owner comes through him and is like, oh my god, you killed my best friend, so you have to come and live in the fairy land with us. So by the way, the human lands and the fairy lands are split, but they're right next to each other. And she's like, oh no, and her family does nothing to help her, so she goes and gets kidnapped and to the fairylands, and it turns out it's beautiful and she lives a better life than she's ever had before, and her family gets fed. And basically it is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, because the fairy lord has a mask on his face and he can't be seen, and every other fairy in that court, the spring court, because there's spring, summer, autumn, winter, dawn, day, night, these are all courts, all owned by a man. And yeah, she's just like, oh my god, this is so amazing. And then they just like fall in love, I guess. That's the story. That is the story. I'm not spoiling anything. The whole point of this story is that they fall in love. It's literally Beauty and the Beast retelling. Anyway, A Court of Thorns and Roses, I'll give a 6 out of 10. A Court of Mist and Fury, I'd give like an 8.5 out of 10. A Court of Wings and Ruin, I'd give a 5 out of 10. And A Court of Frost and Starlight, the first 6 pages, I read about 20 pages, I'd give like a 1 out of 10. Just saying. After that, I'm going to read a book called The Mafia and His Angel by Lila James. Now, this was actually a Wattpad book that I read way back when I was still in uniform in school, so I must have been about 15 or 16. And this book scarred me for life because it is so graphic. I don't even believe in trigger warnings, but I felt like this book needed trigger warnings. Like, it made me so mad. I had to throw my phone down. I literally left my house with nothing but my debit card, and I got on buses and went to buy sweets to comfort myself. Like, this book was a lot for me. I don't read bad boy books. I don't read billionaire books. I don't even read Wattpad books anymore. I definitely don't read mafia books, but I don't know why I decided to read this one. And it's crazy. Basically, there's 2 rival families, Romeo and Juliet kind of situation goes on, because the daughter of the Abandonato family sneaks into the car of the Russian mob family, and basically she infiltrates his house, almost gets killed because of it, and then it's a romance story that ensues. But obviously the Italian family, which is where she's from, is still looking for her. And I don't know how to explain this to you, but this book is just so real. Like, it's not real. It's so fictional. Like, it's unbelievable. It's so contrived in every Wattpad fictional way. But like, this author didn't come to play games. Like, there's graphic everything from violence to sex to abuse to rape, and I'm just like, whoa, like, Wattpad, calm yourself down. But at the same time, because it's so horribly violent, and it's just like so beautiful at the same time. One second. By Maggie Stiefvater. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I don't even know what is happening to me. But basically, this book is everything. Like, remember I said this was like the best book of, well, the best series of all time? I think these two like go hand in hand. Oh my god. 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 I'm reading book 1 all the way to 4, so the whole series. And I've already read book 1 to 3, and I read half of book 4. But I was like, no, I need to read all of them again, read critically, read deeply, read myself into Obsession and Love, and then write reviews on them, like give them what they deserve, do a whole video review on them. I need to buy each book. Like I needed to like sink my teeth into this universe because it follows 4 rich boys and a quirky girl, and yeah, it just sounds like it's gonna be a car crash, but it's just the best thing that's ever ensued. Like I don't even know how to explain to you what it is. I'm not even going to explain to you what it is. Just read the book. Like I'm gonna link the description in Goodreads. Have a good time. It's on Scribd. It's on ebook. It's on Audible. It's in your library. It's in my heart. Take it from whichever source you want it from. After that, I'm going to read The Diviners by Libba Bray. I literally have no idea what this book is about, but Paperback Dreams told me to read it, and whatever Queen Cat says to read, I'm gonna read, because she told me to read Radio Silence, and this thing here says Radio Silent because it's too small to say silence, but just know Radio Silence was a lot for me, so whatever Queen Cat says to read, I'm gonna read. And then I'm gonna read The Poet X by Elizabeth Acevedo, but I don't, because of the Black-A-Thon, that's the only reason why I'm reading it. But I have an extra book that I'm going to read because I decided to do another buddy read because I need people to hold me accountable, and so I've decided to read Strange the Dreamer by Liani Taylor. I hope that's her name. I didn't write it on my list because literally like 10 minutes ago I decided I was going to do it. But yes, I believe it's about this boy who has this strange dreams about this lost world, or this lost place, or this unknown place, or this mythological place, whatever, it's a place. And then he finds out it may be real, so he goes on a journey with these crazy people to go and find it. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm so here for this, because like the whole of Booktube told me I should read it, so I'm going to read it. I mean, the last time the whole of Booktube told me to read something, I read The Darkest Minds, and that was the worst book I ever read, so hopefully this one doesn't disappoint. But yeah, if I can even read 10 of these books, if I even read 5, I'll be so happy. I've never read more than 3 novels, actual novels, not chapter books, not baby books, not graphic novels, actual written prose novels in my entire life. So let's do this. Thank you for having me. This is the time where I'll tell you what Scribd is. Basically, Scribd is a subscription service. Yeah, I know, subscription, oh, kill me, yeah. But the reason why it's different is because if you're subscribed to Kindle Unlimited, and then you have Kindle account, then you have Audible, then you have any books subscription, don't waste time, don't waste money. With Scribd, you get hundreds of popular ebooks, hundreds of audiobooks, hundreds. You get ebooks, you get audiobooks, you get documents, you get music sheets, you get magazines, you get articles, you get everything on Scribd, all for like, it's £5.99 a month for me. I'm not sure how much it is for you. That's in UK pounds. So yeah, it's absolutely amazing. I mean, most of my books I just have on Scribd now. I can switch on my audiobooks to my ebooks all in one place, and it's all concise and easy for me. The only thing I must say is that it doesn't have absolutely everything, so I still use Audible, and I still use Kindle, and I still buy books, because I don't like reading physical books, but you can't beat buying physical books, so yeah. But Scribd just makes my life a lot easier, especially if I just want to test out a book before I actually buy it. I mean, I've bought so many books because of having Scribd, so I'm not sponsored, because I literally have no videos, barely any subscribers, like no one's sponsoring this, but I will link my link down below, so like if you sign up with me, I get an extra 3 months and you get a whole 2 months or 3 months free. So like we're winning here, like, you know, or not. You can just like sign up yourself and just be salty. That's up to you. But yeah, I did try to plug you in there. Yeah, so I guess this is the part where I like plug in my socials. Yeah. Okay, so I have social media. Yeah, I do. Okay, let me tell you what I have. I believe I can fly. I can believe I can touch the sky. Okay, so I have Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, Vero, and Discord, all under the name of dantemay_cry. So that is DANTEMAY_CRY. Yes, Devil May Cry reference. Yeah, my name is actually Danté. Yeah, cool. My Tumblr is at dantemay-cry. So same spelling, but just a dash. And yeah, I'm not even going to tell you to subscribe or to like or to comment, because this was like a dumpster fire of a video. So you know what to do if you like a video. Have fun, goodbye, good night, and Ketterdam will kill you all. Ha ha ha.